I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This is something we were taught since we're children in elementary school. The respect of our flag, or the respect of our Constitution, the respect of our veterans that sacrificed their lives and their families' lives and were brave enough to lose their lives or lose their body parts to protect our country, our forefathers, what they wrote, our Bill of Rights, and our way of our living. The unbelievable country we live in and the freedom we get because of the veterans in this country and the respect we have around the world, we used to have around the world because of great presidents like Donald J. Trump. 45th president, signed hat that I wear with pride. I once had my life wrong, and I recovered my life because of our president and hopefully our next president, Donald Trump. Because he made a vow to help people at second chance programs, and I became one of those people over the years that are proud to say I took advantage of it, and I speak openly for this country, for presidents like him that talk about America first and our people. The other day, I addressed a subject of fentanyl and the border, and we spoke about a woman that just lost a child, that Dan Goldman belittled, showed no empathy, and was completely arrogant to this world and showed this country where this country's going. And I'll use an example. Cardozo High School, for the people who don't know, is a high school in New York that has removed all the American flags from their classrooms. How many other high schools, and what is the agenda of guys like Dan Goldman? So the people that don't know, Dan Goldman had a brother that lost his life, unfortunately, in a plane accident with a majority of his family, I believe, with several of his kids. He was a well-liked, well-respected, loved by his community gentleman. And I got to say, his brother, Dan Goldman, was the polar opposite. He was hated. He worked as a chief of the organized crime unit in the Southern District of New York, was despised by the employees and staff of the Southern District of New York. Because of his attitude, his arrogance, he blundered a very serious Gambino case that involved multiple murders and a RICO case. He was chief, as I said, of the organized crime unit, and he was broken down to general crimes. And for people that don't know what that means when you first come into an office as an agent, as an employee, as an FBI agent, you start off in general crimes. That's what they did with Dan Goldman. And because of his insecurities, he took a sabbatical after they broke him down to general. He was bald, and he came back with a full head of hair. So he went to another country, possibly, and he had his hair done. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because his insecurities is the way he treated that woman, that devastated woman, just like the rest of us parents that lost our kids because of these open borders. The agenda and the open borders that she couldn't articulate because of her emotions, because she was crying, because she's devastated, because she has just lost her world, her baby. This uncaring, arrogant, insecure, I hate to use the word gentleman, human being, completely disregarded what's going on in this country. They have an ideology of destroying the American dream, what our veterans live for, the Pledge of Allegiance that I just spoke, with an open border for two reasons. They're trying to hammer in socialism in this country based on fascism, communism, and the intimidation of citizens like myself that is wearing this wonderful hat with that flag over my right shoulder that we should be proud of, and for all the lives that were lost fighting those battles through our history. The second reason why they're letting these open borders in, they're trying to lose the identity of this country. And by bringing in millions of people that weren't raised in this country, don't know the values that we respect in this country, possibly a lot of them will love this country. Possibly all of them are good people. Most likely, there's a handful of them that are terrorists. There's more than a handful of them that are bringing in fentanyl. So, Dan Goldman, you didn't lose your child to fentanyl, but I did, she did, and hundreds of my friends have. Unfortunately, your arrogance is the reason why the Southern District employees and staff of the federal government didn't like you, didn't respect you, and you were broken down to general crimes. You should remove yourself from office and be embarrassed. And you should be ashamed of everything you represent of this flag and this country, of what we were built on. I was once that guy, was ashamed of myself for the way I lived. You became that guy. And anybody in this country that doesn't respect our veterans, doesn't house our veterans, doesn't get health care for our veterans, throw them in the street, throw our young students in the street, and put illegal immigrants, not legal immigrants, into the school system, into our healthcare system, and into our housing system for free, while you bypass citizens, Black, Spanish, white, Indian, Arabic, anybody that entered this country legally and is trying to get to the next level of this, our great society, which is the American dream, to work hard, become successful, have a healthy, happy family life, and whatever you choose, that as an individual, we all stand with you. I just wanted to make sure everybody understood who Dan Goldman was and the embarrassment he brings to our flag, to this country, and to the veterans in this country. He's a disgrace, along with Mayorkas, that leave this border open and are killing our kids. And when they double and triple talk you, I was an ex-gangster. I was an ex-drug dealer. I was a guy that was involved with the Mexican mafia. I was a guy that was involved with the Italian mafia. I was a guy that was involved with the Colombian cartel. And I know exactly what's going on through that border. I know exactly, I have friends that are in those countries still. I have firsthand information. And I know exactly what the intent is of this government, this regime of government. God bless this country. And 2024, we hope we bring Donald Trump back. Peace to the world, not in disarray in World War III they're walking us into. Spending billions of our dollars on other borders, other countries, on countries like Iran, that is heading the United Nations, that we're putting money into a corrupt organization, in my opinion, that just like President Donald Trump said. Please, everybody, vote, come out 2024. Vote for the president that will protect your rights, protect this country, protect the freedoms of this country, the Constitution, our veterans that fought for this country. God bless America. Remember that pledge. And remember, contact your school boards around this country and find out, is the American flag being removed from your schools and your children's schools also. Thank you very much. Everybody have a good night. Thank you. God bless you.